One morning, you wake up and slowly make your way to the bathroom. You turn on the light and look into the mirror, but something feels different, almost unsettling. The person staring back at you doesn't quite feel like you. Their eyes look tired, as if carrying years of exhaustion. Their shoulders seem heavy, weighed down by invisible burdens. And their smile, the one that used to be full of life, is nowhere to be found. In that quiet moment, you realize something both powerful and uncomfortable. You are looking at the old you. This is the version of yourself that has been holding on to the same habits, the same fears, and the same excuses for years. It is the version that settles for less than what you deserve. And then a thought cuts through your mind with sharp clarity. If I want a different life, I must kill the old me. Not in a physical sense, but by destroying the weaker version of yourself. The part that wastes time, avoids challenges, and hides from growth. Today, we are beginning a journey together. By the end, you will understand exactly how to let go of that old version and create someone stronger, wiser, and more powerful. This is the moment everything changes. Let's begin. Chapter 1: Why the Old You Must Die. If you truly want to build a new life, the first thing you must do is clear the ground on which it will stand. Think about a garden. Before you plant fresh flowers, you must remove the weeds, the rocks, and the dead plants. If you don't, the new seeds will struggle to grow. They won't have enough space, sunlight, or nutrients to become strong and healthy. Your life works the same way. If your mind is full of old habits, outdated beliefs, and hidden fears, your future will have no space to grow. You can try to plant new goals on top of the old you, but the weeds of your past will choke them before they can bloom. The old you is not just a random version of yourself. It is a carefully constructed identity made up of repeated actions and thoughts. It is the result of all the decisions you made when you chose comfort over growth. This old version of you is made up of procrastination, where you delay what needs to be done, convincing yourself that later is always a better time. It is filled with negative self-talk, those quiet but powerful voices in your head telling you that you are not good enough, not smart enough, not ready. It is fueled by the fear of failure, the hesitation that keeps you from even trying because the thought of losing feels worse than the possibility of winning. It constantly seeks the approval of others, putting more value on what people think than on what you know to be right for yourself. And above all, it is addicted to the comfort zone, a place that feels safe but silently suffocates your potential. Every time you allow these habits to remain in your life, you are feeding the old you. You are giving it permission to stay alive. And make no mistake, the old you does not want to die. It will fight to survive in ways you may not even notice. It will whisper sweet, tempting lies to keep you still. It will say, "You can start tomorrow," knowing that tomorrow never comes. It will warn you, "It's too risky," making safety sound noble when it is really just fear in disguise. It will taunt you with, "What if you fail?" as if failure means you are broken instead of learning. And perhaps most dangerously, it will whisper, "What will people think?" as if the opinions of others are more important than the truth of your own life. But here is the reality you must face. The old you does not care about your dreams. It doesn't care about the life you want to build. It doesn't care about your happiness, your growth, or your potential. It only cares about comfort, about keeping things familiar, predictable, and easy. That might feel safe in the short term, but in the long term, it robs you of everything meaningful. This is why you must make a decision, a final, unshakable choice. You can either stay comfortable and keep living the same life you've always known, repeating the same patterns until the days all blur together. Or you can kill the old you, not with a single action, but with the daily commitment to starve its habits and feed the habits of the person you want to become. One path will keep you the same. The other will set you free. The choice is yours. Chapter 2. Decide who you want to become. Before you can kill the old you, you must first decide who the new you will be. Imagine trying to rebuild a house without knowing what you want it to look like. You might tear down the old walls, but without a design, you could easily build something that looks almost the same, or worse. In life, it's no different. If you don't have a clear and vivid vision of your future self, you will naturally drift back into old habits. The human mind loves what is familiar, even if that familiarity is painful or unproductive. Without direction, you'll repeat the same choices you've always made, and the old you will simply return in a slightly different form. This is why clarity is your greatest weapon. You must close your eyes and imagine in the most detailed way possible the version of yourself you want to become. What does your new life look like when you wake up in the morning? Do you get up with energy and purpose? Or do you drag yourself out of bed half asleep? How does your new self move through the day? What daily routines shape this new version of you? What habits define them? What kind of thoughts do they allow into their mind? How do they speak to themselves? Are their words encouraging, disciplined, and strong? How do they treat others? Do they inspire, uplift, and lead by example? And most importantly, how do they face challenges? Do they avoid them, or do they meet them head-on with courage and determination? The clearer you can see this version of yourself, the easier it will be to create them in reality. But vision alone is not enough. You must write it down. Putting your vision on paper turns it from a vague dream into a concrete plan. Be specific and avoid empty wishes. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be healthy," say, "I wake up at 6 a.m., drink a glass of water, and exercise for 30 minutes before starting my day." Instead of saying, "I want to be smarter," say, "I read for 20 minutes every day and I take notes to remember what I've learned." Instead of saying, "I want to be more confident," say, "I never speak negatively about myself, even in my thoughts. I keep my promises to myself, no matter how small they are." Remember, this is not a wish list where you simply write down everything you hope will magically happen. This is your blueprint, a step-by-step design for the life you want to live. A blueprint tells builders exactly what to create, and in the same way, your personal blueprint will tell you exactly what actions to take each day. The more detailed and realistic it is, the more powerful it will be. When you know exactly who you want to become, killing the old you becomes much easier. You will have a clear target to aim for, and every decision will be guided by one simple question. Does this choice bring me closer to the person I want to be, or does it keep me stuck in the old version of myself? Once you have that clarity, the transformation is no longer a mystery. It becomes inevitable. Chapter 3. Burn the bridges behind you. History tells us that when certain explorers arrived on new shores, they sometimes did something drastic. They burned their ships. It sounds extreme, but there was a reason for it. By destroying their only way back, they removed all possibility of retreat. There was no turning around, no second guessing, no safe escape. The only option left was to move forward and face whatever challenges were ahead. This mindset is exactly what you need if you are serious about killing the old you. As long as you keep a way to return to your old habits, you will be tempted to use it. Comfort will always call you back, and unless you remove the path, there will be days when you answer that call. Burning the bridges to your old self means removing every connection, every environment, and every routine that makes it easy to go back to your old ways. It's about making it impossible, or at least very difficult, to return to the life you're trying to leave behind. This starts with honest self-reflection. Ask yourself, who are the people who keep me stuck in my old life? Some people bring out your best, but others encourage your worst. Maybe they don't mean harm, but they feed your bad habits. They keep you in the same conversations, the same mindsets, the same cycles. You need to create distance from them, even if it's uncomfortable. Next, ask yourself, what environments trigger my old habits? This could be physical places, your bed when you should be working, that cafe where you always waste hours, or the bar where bad decisions seem easier than good ones. It could also be digital environments, social media platforms that drain your energy, websites that distract you, or online groups that keep you complaining instead of improving. Then ask, which daily routines are feeding the old me? Maybe it's waking up late and rushing through your morning. Maybe it's eating unhealthy food because it's quick and easy. Maybe it's watching hours of mindless entertainment instead of learning, growing, or building something meaningful. These habits seem small, but they're the fuel that keeps the old you alive. Once you identify these things, you must take action. Delete phone numbers that pull you into bad habits. If someone only calls you to gossip, complain, or distract you, they are not part of your new life. Remove apps that waste your time. Yes, even the ones you say you only use a little. Rearrange your environment so it supports the new you. If you want to read more, keep books where you can see them. If you want to exercise, keep your workout clothes ready the night before. Make it easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing. Understand this. If you leave the door open for the old you, it will walk right back into your life. Your transformation is not just about building new habits. It's also about destroying the escape routes that lead back to the person you no longer want to be. Burn the bridges. Remove the ships. Give yourself no choice but to move forward. When there's no way back, the only way is ahead, and that's exactly where the new you is waiting. Chapter 4. Change your habits. Change your identity. The old you was not created overnight. It was built brick by brick, day by day, through the habits you repeated. Every choice you made, every action you took, became part of the person you are today. If you skipped workouts often, you built the habit of inconsistency. If you avoided challenges, you built the habit of fear. If you procrastinated, you built the habit of delay. These habits slowly shaped your identity, the way you see yourself. And here's the truth. The only way to kill the old you is to replace those old habits with new ones, because the new you will be built in exactly the same way the old you was, through repetition. But there's a powerful secret most people miss. You don't change your habits through motivation alone. Motivation is like a spark. It can start a fire, but if you don't keep feeding it, the fire will die. That's why so many people start strong on a Monday and give up by Friday. The real key to lasting change is to shift your identity. You must stop thinking of new habits as something you do and start thinking of them as part of who you are. Your actions will always follow your beliefs about yourself. If you believe you're not a morning person, you'll hit snooze without even thinking. If you believe you're bad at exercise, you'll avoid the gym. But when you change your identity, your habits naturally align. Instead of saying, I want to work out every day, tell yourself, I am the kind of person who works out every day. Instead of saying, I'm trying to be more disciplined, say, I am the kind of person who finishes what I start. Instead of saying, I hope I can learn more, say, I'm the kind of person who learns and grows daily. At first, this might feel like you're lying to yourself. You might think, but I'm not that person yet. That's okay. Identity change begins with belief, not proof. You adopt the mindset first, and then you prove it with action. Each time you take an action that matches your new identity, like getting up early when you used to sleep in, reading a chapter of a book instead of scrolling on your phone, or finishing a task instead of abandoning it, you reinforce the belief. Over time, these small, repeated actions carve out a new identity, one that feels natural and automatic. Think of it this way. Every habit you perform is a vote for the type of person you want to become. One workout is a vote for being fit. 1 hour of focused work is a vote for being productive. One act of kindness is a vote for being compassionate. No single action changes everything, But the accumulation of these votes shapes who you are. When you truly believe in your new identity, you stop needing constant motivation, because your actions will naturally match the person you see yourself as. And every time you act in alignment with this new identity, you are killing the old you a little more, until one day you realize that old version no longer exists. Only the new you remains. Chapter 5. Embrace discomfort. The old you is addicted to comfort. It loves the soft couch after work, the easy option that requires no effort, and the safe path where nothing feels threatening. It avoids risks, avoids sweat, and avoids situations that might cause embarrassment or fear. But comfort is a trap, a beautiful cage that keeps you from growing. The more you choose comfort, the weaker you become, because strength is never built in safety. If you want to kill the old you and step fully into the life you're meant to live, you must train yourself to embrace discomfort. Discomfort is not your enemy, it's your personal gym. Every time you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, you are lifting a mental weight. Just like muscles grow stronger when you push them past their limits, your mind and character grow when you push beyond what feels easy. This doesn't mean chasing pain or suffering for no reason. It means deliberately stepping into situations that challenge you, stretch you, and demand more than you think you can give. Waking up early when your body begs for more sleep is discomfort. But every time you do it, you're training discipline. Going to the gym when you'd rather stay home is discomfort. But every time you do it, you're training persistence. Speaking up in a meeting when your heart is pounding is discomfort. But every time you do it, you're training courage. The more you expose yourself to discomfort, the more normal it becomes until you no longer fear it. You welcome it. Think about it. Every great achievement in life lives on the other side of discomfort. The person who learns a new skill has to go through the awkward beginner phase. The person who builds a business has to face uncertainty, long hours, and potential failure. The person who transforms their health has to endure sore muscles, cravings, and moments of doubt. None of these are pleasant, but they are necessary. Without discomfort, there is no growth. Without growth, there is no new you. This is why you must stop avoiding the harder path. The old you will try to convince you that comfort is harmless, that you can grow without struggle, that maybe you'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes for those who wait for the perfect conditions. The new you understands that every time you choose discomfort over ease, you are casting a vote for the stronger, wiser version of yourself. So, make discomfort your friend. Instead of running from it, walk toward it. Remind yourself that it's not there to hurt you. It's there to transform you. Just as a blacksmith uses fire to shape steel, life uses discomfort to shape strength. Every uncomfortable choice you make is another step away from the old you and another step toward the person you were always meant to be. When you see discomfort not as a punishment but as a gift, you'll stop fearing it, and you'll start using it to fuel your transformation. Chapter 6. Forgive, but don't forget. Killing the old you does not mean you must hate the old you. It's not about anger, regret, or shame. It's about acceptance and transformation. The old you was part of your journey, and without it, you wouldn't be where you are today. It carried you through certain seasons of life, even if those seasons were filled with mistakes, bad habits, and missed opportunities. The truth is, the old you was necessary for your growth, because it taught you lessons you could not have learned any other way. Those moments of weakness, those decisions you wish you could erase, those times you stayed small when you should have stepped up, they were all training grounds for the person you are becoming. To truly move forward, you must forgive yourself for the times you were not as strong as you are now. Forgive yourself for the opportunities you didn't take, the dreams you abandoned, the relationships you mishandled, and the chances you wasted. Forgive yourself for the days you procrastinated, the nights you gave in to fear, and the moments you doubted your own worth. Carrying guilt and resentment toward your old self will only slow you down. You cannot run toward your future while dragging chains from your past. But forgiveness does not mean forgetting. In fact, forgetting would be a mistake. You must remember exactly how it felt to stay the same, to be stuck, to live in the comfort zone that slowly suffocated your potential. Remember the frustration of knowing you were capable of more, but not acting on it. Remember the disappointment of waking up day after day without excitement or purpose. Remember the pain of watching opportunities pass you by because you were too afraid to take them. These memories are not meant to shame you. They are meant to fuel you. Think of your past as a teacher. The lessons might have been hard, but they were valuable. Every mistake showed you what doesn't work. Every failure taught you resilience. Every moment of weakness revealed where you needed to grow stronger. Without those lessons, you might not have the clarity you have now. The key is to take the wisdom from the old you while leaving behind the patterns that kept you stuck. When you forgive yourself, you free your mind from unnecessary weight. But when you also remember what it cost you to stay the same, you create a powerful motivator to never go back. The pain becomes a reminder of why you're changing. The regret becomes a compass pointing you toward better choices. The memory of the old you becomes proof that you can survive challenges, and now you can do even more. So, stand in the present with gratitude for your journey. Thank the old you for surviving, for enduring, and for getting you to this point. But make a promise. You will not repeat the same mistakes. You will not waste the same opportunities. You will not settle for the same life. Forgive, but don't forget. Use the past as fuel, and let it push you forward into the life you're building. Chapter 7. Surround yourself with the new world. You cannot build a new self while living in the environment of the old self. The people you spend time with, the places you visit, and the energy you absorb all shape who you are. If you want to become a stronger, wiser, and more powerful version of yourself, you must surround yourself with a world that reflects that future, not the past you're trying to leave behind. Your environment acts like soil for your growth. If the soil is poor and full of negativity, your new self will struggle to take root. But if the soil is rich and supportive, your new identity will flourish naturally. Start by looking at the people around you. Ask yourself, do the people I spend most of my time with inspire me to be better? If you want to be disciplined, it's important to spend time with disciplined people. Those who show up every day, keep their promises, and push through difficulties. Their habits and attitudes will influence you far more than any motivational speech or book ever could. If you want to be positive, surround yourself with positive people. Those who find solutions instead of complaints, who lift others up instead of tearing them down. Their energy will seep into your mindset and help you replace negative thoughts with empowering ones. If you want to be successful, spend time with people who are working toward success every day. Success is not just about money or status. It's about mindset, habits, and consistent action. Being around others who share this mindset creates a powerful momentum that carries you forward. Their commitment and focus become contagious, making your own goals feel more achievable and real. But it's not just about people. Your environment includes your physical space, the media you consume, and the habits you keep. Is your home cluttered and distracting, or organized and inspiring? Are you filling your mind with uplifting books, podcasts, and videos, or with mindless scrolling and negative news? What routines keep you moving forward, and which ones drag you back? Energy is contagious. Just as a healthy plant needs sunlight, your new self needs positive energy to grow. If you spend too much time in toxic environments or with negative people, that energy will drain your motivation and strength. Even if you feel ready to change, your environment can hold you back. But if you choose your environment carefully, it will support your growth effortlessly. Changing your environment may be uncomfortable at first. It might mean distancing yourself from old friends or family members who don't understand your goals. It might mean leaving behind certain habits or places where you feel safe but stagnant. But remember, discomfort is part of growth. The new world you create around yourself will reward you with strength, clarity, and confidence. Surrounding yourself with the new world is not about isolation. It's about connection with what truly serves your growth. It's about choosing people and places that reflect the person you want to become. When you build this supportive environment, you'll find it easier to kill the old you and step fully into your new identity. Because growth does not happen alone. It happens in the company of others and in spaces that nurture who you are becoming. Make a commitment today to change your environment. Seek out the new world that matches your vision. When you do, you'll find that your new self isn't just a dream anymore. It becomes your reality. Chapter 8. Daily Death of the Old You. Killing the old you is not a one-time event or a dramatic moment that happens overnight. It is not about a single decision or a burst of motivation. Instead, it is a daily process, one that requires patience, commitment, and constant action. Every day, the old you will try to survive. It will whisper excuses, tempt you back into familiar habits, and remind you of comfort's allure. But every day also offers a new opportunity to weaken that old version of yourself and strengthen the new one. Each morning, start by asking yourself a simple but powerful question. What action can I take today to kill the old me? This question shifts your focus from vague goals or distant dreams to practical, concrete actions you can take right now. It keeps your attention on the present moment and reminds you that transformation happens in small, consistent steps. These actions don't have to be massive or overwhelming. In fact, the power lies in small wins. Waking up earlier than usual, even just by 15 minutes, is a way to show yourself you are serious about change. Saying no to something you would normally say yes to, whether it's junk food, unnecessary distractions, or toxic conversations, strengthens your self-control. Pushing through a workout when your body wants to quit builds mental toughness and discipline. Speaking kindly to yourself instead of criticizing or doubting creates a foundation of self-love and confidence. Every small win is another nail in the coffin of the old you. Each time you choose action over comfort, progress over procrastination, or belief over doubt, you weaken the old habits and beliefs that have held you back. These small victories accumulate over time, building momentum that propels you forward. It's important to recognize that this daily death of the old you is not always easy. There will be days when motivation is low, when the temptation to revert to old habits is strong, or when you feel like giving up. On those days, remember that progress is not about perfection. It's about persistence. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep showing up. Celebrate every step forward, no matter how small. Each action you take is proof that you are capable of change. Each choice you make to follow your new identity confirms that the old you is losing power. Keep a journal or log of your daily wins to remind yourself of how far you've come. Also, remember that killing the old you doesn't mean erasing all parts of your past immediately. It means gradually replacing old patterns with new ones. Some days will feel like 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and that's okay. The key is to keep moving. The death of the old you is a continuous process of renewal. It's a daily challenge and a daily victory. When you commit to this journey every single day, the new you will rise stronger, clearer, and more unstoppable than ever before. So today, ask yourself, what action will I take to kill the old me? Then take that step, no matter how small. Because every day you choose growth, you give life to the new you, and bury the old you deeper beneath the ground. Chapter 9. The Rebirth. One day, without warning, you will wake up and notice something magical has happened. You will walk to the mirror and see someone looking back at you who feels different. Someone you recognize, but who also seems new. The stranger you once saw there, tired and weighed down by old habits and fears, will be gone. Instead, you will see clear eyes shining with purpose, a strong posture that speaks of confidence, and a smile that reflects inner peace and determination. This moment is your rebirth, the beginning of a new chapter in your life where the old you becomes a memory, and the new you stands ready for everything life has to offer. The rebirth is not just about how you look on the outside. It is about how you feel inside. You will feel lighter, as if a heavy burden has been lifted. You will feel stronger, because every challenge you faced and every old habit you defeated has built your resilience. You will feel ready, not just to survive, but to thrive. The new you won't be afraid of challenges because you know that growth lives on the other side of discomfort. You won't hesitate to take risks because you understand that failure is a stepping stone, not a dead end. But this rebirth also comes with an important realization. The new you is not the final you. Life is not about becoming one fixed version of yourself and staying there forever. It is about a continuous cycle of growth, change, and transformation. Just as seasons change and rivers flow, you will find yourself constantly evolving, sometimes killing old parts of yourself to make space for new ones. This is the beautiful rhythm of life, where every ending is a new beginning. Growth is not a destination, it is a journey. Each phase of your life will bring new challenges and opportunities that require you to shed old beliefs, habits, and fears once again. This means the process of killing the old you will come up again and again, but each time it will be easier because you have done it before. Each rebirth makes you wiser, stronger, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. When you understand this, you stop fearing change. You embrace it as a natural part of life's flow. You become like a tree that sheds old leaves in autumn to make way for new growth in spring. You become someone who welcomes transformation, knowing that it leads you closer to your true potential. So, cherish this moment of rebirth when it arrives. Celebrate how far you've come and the person you have become, but also prepare your heart for the ongoing journey. Keep your mind open and your spirit willing to let go of what no longer serves you. Know that every cycle of death and rebirth is a chance to become more fully yourself. Your new self is ready for life, ready for challenges, and ready for growth. Step forward with courage and joy, knowing that the process of transformation will continue, and with it, the endless possibilities of who you can become. This is the beauty of growth and the gift of your rebirth. Final words. Your time is now. If you have listened this far, it means you are ready. Ready to face the truth, ready to make the hard choices, and ready to change your life. The old you has been holding you back for far too long, keeping you stuck in the same patterns, the same fears, and the same excuses. But today, that ends. Today is the day to bury the old you deep beneath the ground, to break free from the chains that have kept you small, and to step boldly into the person you were always meant to become. Remember, change is not easy. It demands courage, persistence, and discomfort. But it also brings freedom, strength, and growth. Your journey will not be perfect, but it will be worth it. And here on English Achieve, we believe in your power to transform, to rise, and to become unstoppable. This channel is here to guide you, motivate you, and support you every step of the way. You are not alone on this path. So today, make a choice to stop waiting for the right moment, the perfect opportunity, or the ideal conditions. There is no better time than now. Choose discomfort over comfort, action over fear, and growth over stagnation. Kill the old you, step into the new you, and never ever look back. Your time is now, your future is waiting. It's time to live it fully,